Hi there, Gemini and Gemini Rising. Welcome to 2017. I hope your year is going fabulous. We're going to be talking about the major events of the year ahead for your sign, Gemini and Gemini Rising individuals. You need to look at your rising sign because sometimes it resonates a little more closely than your sun sign, but between the two, you're going to get a lot of information. We're going to be talking about February 2017 as well, what's coming up, dynamic times for you. We are still working with the eclipse patterns that affected your major career and home life areas, creating moves, change of jobs, careers, moving homes, and that's completing up and it's going to be moving forward. So thank you all of you that are watching my channel, subscribing to my channel, sharing it with others. This is a way for me to share my passion with you and my gift. I am grateful for all my clients all around the world, and creating peace and a little bit of harmony and transformation into your life is part of my passion. So let's get on with what's going on this year. 2017, it is a 1 year in numerology. If you add them together, one really resonates very well with the signs of Aries, Mars, Aries, Leo, courage and leadership, having the courage to go forward and be yourself, Aquarius, and Uranus. So this is really in direct alliance with what's going on with the nodal changes. The nodes are changing. For the next year and a half, we are going to be having eclipses in Leo and Aquarius. We had our very first partial lunar eclipse last August. It was a lunar eclipse in Aquarius, and we are going to have a total solar eclipse there coming up this August. The nodal points are points on the ecliptic. So this is where the mathematics of astronomy come into play, and this is where the eclipses are noted in the chart. Now these are powerful points. In many ancient times, they were in awe and fear of this time because it brought major change. The universe wants you to sit up and take notice. What we get is we get an opportunity for major restructuring, potentially reorganization, a liberation from something that we've outgrown potentially. But truths that have been hidden can come up so that we can make decisions going forward. So these are big times to take notice. What was going on for you in 1998 are going to be recapturing. There's some information that's coming up similar to that because the eclipses are in the exact same points. Okay, so and you know the 10th house where the Piscean eclipse is for you as well, that is your reputation as well as your career. So the last year has been pretty incredible for you, as well as moving your home and making big changes. So every 19 years we get this re-energizing of a certain degree. Very interesting and mathematical, which I love. Okay, so the eclipses and the nodal points are changing. So this is going to start to now affect the North Node going into your third house. It moved from your home sector where you were changing and moving homes and redecorating, going into the third house. Third house has to do with your siblings. It has to do with your neighbors. It has to do with short distance travel. It has to do with the information that you are learning. It has to do with branding and personal branding and social media kind of contact. It has to do with your thinking. It has to do with your ability to communicate. Now, Gemini, you were born with Leo there. You are a natural communicator and you are confident in that area and like to have attention in that area and creative in that area. And this will be coming forward because the North Node in Leo says, I must create, I must bring forth this almost childlike force, that whatever you were born with to bring forth that hasn't fully come out, bring that forward. We get caught up in buying too much stuff, adorning ourselves with too much stuff, and just really forgetting about what's the reason that we came here. and to look into that. We're going to have that opportunity this year because Venus is also going retrograde. Venus retrograde is a time period when we need to go within. This is not a time for us to get plastic surgery, purchase a lot of clothing, get treatments done, change our hair, our style. Not at this time, because it's not about the outer trappings. You are vibrating from energy from the inside. In fact, if you're not getting what you want, you need to check what's going on inside. Because if you're coming from hate and anger and jealousy and this and all those negative things that's coming out in your appearance, if you want to upgrade who you're attracting, what you're attracting, you must upgrade inside. You must upgrade your inner vibration. What you vibrate, you attract. Your vibes attract your tribes. Your thinking creates. Whatever you think about the most, you create more. If you're drama and gossip, you create more drama and gossip. If you are about goals and positive and just abundance, you will attract more positive accomplishments of goals and attracting positive people and attracting more abundance. That's the way it is. So if you can do one thing in 2017, and because you're a Gemini ruled by Mercury, change your mindset. Anytime it starts to go astray into the negative, the low level vibrations, you must bring it back. Easiest thing for Gemini to do is go out and go for a walk. Go walking, go and get outside, because nature will help to heal you and to bring you back into balance. You know, I could say meditation, but it's kind of difficult for Geminis to do because of the chatter and the constant need to be on the go kind of thing. But it's really important for you to take time. So that's why I like walking meditations for Gemini. It's very important. So here's your dates for Venus retrograde. Right now, though, what we're doing is we should all be in gratitude for what we've brought forward. There's something that we were churning through in the summer of 2017 when Venus was retrograde in Leo, asking us to get involved with our heart center, our heart source. What kind of passion do we have inside? Talent that we want to bring forward. And we're at that point now. And we still have the ability to cast in gratitude for what we've accomplished, what we've brought forth to humanity, because that's what is here. We're here to do something. We're not here to protest and throw rocks, and you know, that's really huge distractions to why you're here, and a huge distraction to your ability to be of successful, just accomplished mindset. So Venus goes into its shadow on January the 30th. It goes retrograde on March the 4th in the middle 13 degrees of Aries. And Aries represents your 11th house. The 11th house for everyone is about goal setting. It's about our friendships. It's about the groups we belong to. Perhaps we will be changing that. This is where you go to find out who you are. So your friendships and connections and groups and networking helps you to find out who you are, Gemini. You need to be out there and mixing and mingling, and you're very good at that, creating connections with other people. On March the 25th, Sun and Venus are coming together in this area, and we are going to get some type of revelation at this time. A revelation of who we are, a revelation of what's going on in a relationship that we didn't know about, just revelation that will set us forward. And it will go direct. Venus will go direct on April the 15th. It gets back to the point that it went retrograde on May the 17th, and it doesn't leave Aries, this sector of your life, until June the 6th. Now, this is good. Once it goes direct, then Venus is bringing you all sorts of goodies and favor from your friends and from long-term goal planning. And if you want to belong to a networking group, what that can do for you, for your business growth, and just in favor with your friendships that you're making. So this is a really grand time for you. And Saturn, just the last piece of the puzzle. Saturn is over here on your angle. Saturn in Sagittarius is opposing your sun. It has been now for over a year and a half. It's got through December of 2017. At that point, you will get the rewards of the hard work that you've been doing in your relationship area. If you have been doing the hard work, like it says to be doing it now, it's going to go retrograde for a bit this year. You pull the pedal, gas, foot off the pedal. You digest what you've been learning, and then you go forward. Saturn says you have to do the work. You must be responsible, or you're going to get some problems. And if you're not doing the work at the North Node, you get problems at the South Node. The North Node is your third house, your thinking, your thoughts, how you're communicating, what you're learning. If you're not doing that, you're going to have difficulties over in the 9th house, which has to do with higher learning, long distance communication, your communication with your partner, or communication with the public in general. So Saturn in your 7th, going back to this, Saturn has been there in your 7th, giving you the opportunity, if you are in a relationship that needs some work, to do work on it. If you have gotten a divorce, it is now time to restructure that area. If you are dealing with the public, to hone your skills on dealing with the public, to get involved in a new partnership, potentially. If you have been single, you're meeting a partner, because this is when you take seriousness, you're moving in with someone, so that can be happening. So it's a time to go forward in this area and nurture new relationships. Okay, let's move on to see what's going on for January 2017. So I said on January the 27th, we have a new moon. That new moon is in your 9th house. 9th house is travel, long distance. It is getting new certifications that you need for your career. It's going back to school for something that will help advance you. On the 28th, we have not only we've got Mercury getting back to the 15-degree point of Capricorn. Mercury was retrograde during part of December into January in your 8th house. This has to do with joint finances, your investments, loans, and everything that you've got going on with money. You've got to start to take control of that and get a handle on that. Your investments, where you're putting it, how your mortgage, your credit cards, and Mercury going through that area. It's also intimacy as well. It can be, but so it's giving you info. It's giving you information there, but it never reached Pluto. It is going to reach Pluto on the 29th of this month, and bravo, we have a plan, a working plan going forward. So that's a serious bit of tidbit there. January the 30th, Venus goes into its shadow. February the 3rd, we've got Venus moving into Aries. Venus has been, and Mars have been up in your career zone. You've been working hard and getting favor for that. When Venus moves into your 11th house, this is bringing on the energy of that Venus retrograde, but you're also, it brings in, like I said, it brings in favor and good things. So get out there amongst friends, have fun with friends, and get involved in some new groups, and let that start to flourish. On February the 6th, February the 3rd, also it's first quarter. So the seeds that you've planted, possibly about going somewhere long distance, going on a trip, taking some new classes, you're going to get information about being able to start that on February the 3rd. February the 6th, Jupiter goes retrograde. Jupiter's been in your 5th house in Libra. So your children and having fun and taking time off. This has been flourishing. That planet is going to go retrograde. It will not go direct until the 9th. It is the ruler of your 7th house of relationships too. And that's tied in here. And it's going to go direct June 9th. So that'll be a little easier time. And during that time, the sun is in your sign, because sun is in Gemini around that time. And then you have to look forward to when Jupiter goes into Scorpio in October. It's going to bring favor and abundance and expansion to your health, to your daily life, to your job, to everything on the job. And so that would be a good time for you there, about getting out and you know, just figuring out a workout routine that works better for you to bring you health. February 22nd, 25th, 26th, intense days. The 22nd, we've got Mars squaring Pluto. They came together in October on the 19th in your 8th house of joint funds, resources, money from that you would get from a divorce, your financial picture. So there's something that you planted a seed there, and now Mars is allowing you to take a step out. There might cause some tension and some control issues here, so just be on the lookout for how that's going to pan out. Do not get into battles of control. February 25th, Mercury moves into your 10th house of career. Now your thoughts and thinking move to that right at the exact time, the day before we've got the solar eclipse in your 10th house of career. Again, news comes. There can be a restructuring, a liberation, reorganizing. Something's going on. You'll be getting some information. Big new seeds. You have something new, some changes going on in your career, some new opportunities. Mercury days. Now, Mercury is your ruler. The 16th is going to be sextiling Mars, and that's fast and expansive, and it's bright and it's quick, you know, thinking. The 20th, it's going to be sextile Uranus, and Uranus is about sudden thoughts and you know, thinking outside the box kind of thought process. Trining Jupiter in your 5th. Now it's bringing in 9th to the 5th. Travel, fun, because this is related to your house of love given, love received, and relationships. So there's going to be some communication regarding that on those days, the 16th, the 20th, 21st, and 23rd, and that will come together. And that is your ruler, so you're going to be more sensitive to that moving. So the full moon lunar eclipse on February the 10th is in Leo, 22 degrees. It's in your 3rd house. 3rd house represents siblings. It represents neighbors. It represents learning. It represents your wisdom and your beliefs that you have. We all need to be expanding our belief systems. So this whole area is going to be highlighted over the next year. So you may have the ability and need to travel long distance or go back to school, and that's going to come up between now and August of 2017, because we're going to be having a lunar eclipse in your 9th, and that's going to bring to a head the seeds that you plant during this new moon, and then we're going to be having a total solar eclipse in Leo in your 3rd house. So watch your thoughts. If you can change one thing in 2017, Gemini, change your mindset, because your mind is what brings you everything that you get. And it's one of the easiest things to clear up through intention, journaling, meditation, you know, affirmations. Those are all great things. Watch how you speak about others and to yourself, because it reflects who you are inside. Right, Gemini, well, have a fabulous month. Reach out to me, Kimberly Knox, on Instagram, and you can get daily messages, and that's where I link in about my health practice comes in there, so you can get some great tidbits on health, as well as checking out the storyboard fun going on, KK Astrology page on Facebook, and then email me directly, kk@kkastrology.com, if you would like me to have a coaching success session with your chart, your personal natal chart, to see where you are at personally, where you can take a bit of self-knowledge here, self-awareness, and lead that into transforming yourself for major success in 2017.